Did I ever do any other drugs like Ket, MDMA, pills, etc., etc.? Somebody asked me this, couldn't reply because it kept putting a voiceover on it for some reason. So yeah, I've done pretty much everything you can do. Not that I'm proud to admit that. When I went to see Tiesto in Ibiza, I took some pills, I did some MDMA, and didn't really ever get like a hooked feeling on that. Whereas with Coke, from the moment I had my first line, I knew I was going to have a problem with it. Like I knew, even at the age of 17, I knew that it was going to have me in its grip, and it did for many years. I've smoked weed, hasn't bothered me. I did Ket on 2 occasions, and on the second occasion, I literally took too much of it and I hit the deck, and it was so horrible. It was such a horrible feeling. I felt like I was going to die. It was just the most horrific thing. So I would never, ever, ever recommend anyone doing that shit because it's scary. But yeah, I wouldn't really be around anybody doing those types of things anyway anymore because I don't go anywhere where anybody takes anything. Yeah, I mean, as for mushrooms, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because mushrooms are off the land. And I've always been of the mindset that because they're off the land, that they're not really classed as a drug, but obviously they are. But I probably, if someone said to me like one day, would you do mushrooms again? I'm not going to say no, definitely, because I've never had a problem with that. And I think mushrooms give you a completely different experience. Like it's a spiritual experience, and it wears off really quickly, and it's not addictive in the slightest. So I can't say I never do mushrooms again, but in terms of everything else, like, everything that's manufactured, like MDMA, whatever, pills, etc., etc., speed, base, all that nonsense, there is no way I would take anything like that ever again. And I can't be around people doing coke. I can't watch anything on TV about people doing coke. The second I see that line racked up, that's, my head is just so triggered. So I have to be careful with who I bother with and where I go. But I don't really go anywhere anymore exciting enough to be around people doing that, and that's a choice, that's something that I have to do to stay clean and sober. But if someone was having a spliff around me, that wouldn't bother me. I mean, it just really wouldn't bother me at all. In terms of pills and stuff, like, I'm not on the rave scene, like I said, so I'm not going to be around anyone doing stuff like that. But yeah, I've done it pretty much everything. But in my fucked up brain over the years, because I'd never tried H, which is obviously one of the worst ones you can try because it's highly, highly, highly addictive, I thought that I was okay because I'd never tried H. So therefore, in my fucked up mentality, I didn't think I had a problem, because you only have a problem if you end up, injecting it or whatever. So yeah, I was really deluded as an addict as well. Like, I thought that just because I wasn't taking H that I was all right, and I could keep on dabbling in drugs, but it doesn't work like that, unfortunately, and they will affect your life at some point or another. So yeah, I've done pretty much everything, and live to tell the tale. But obviously now we're trying to stay away from absolutely everything. And I don't miss sort of like, I don't have friends that do pills and MDMA and stuff anyway, so I'm not gonna like miss out on friends or being around people. So yeah,